Hey loves, welcome to my channel. This is Gloria, and today we are talking about two different saving patterns that you can use to save a lot of money in 2023. We're talking about two different ways that you can use to checkmate yourself and be sure you are saving correctly, conveniently, and consistently. So if this looks like what you want for yourself in 2023, then you should be watching this video.
Hey, told me about all your insecurities for what? Drag me like 2 hours to your family's house for what?
So welcome back, guys. This is Gloria and you're still on to my space. So today we are talking about two very simple ways that you can save money in 2023. Number one is the pay yourself budget rule. So now this rule is saying that you should pay yourself first. After every income, after every earnings, after you have labored and you got paid, this rule is saying you should be your first priority. You should pay yourself first. And the way you can do this is using the 10-10-80 pattern. The first 10 here is talking about yourself, paying yourself. And in paying yourself is not buying stuff for yourself. You might be thinking that the reward for yourself after a work done is to probably go and buy yourself a designer bag or buy yourself a new phone or get yourself a laptop or something. That is not the right way to pay yourself. The right way to pay yourself is to save for yourself. So this is what the first rule is saying. The first 10% is saying that you should save up 10% of that income for yourself. So let's go on to the second 10%. This second 10% is for tithe, for charity. It is biblical and also it is service to humanity. So you are getting 10% of that income, another 10% of that income, and you're either going to church to pay tithe. If you don't believe in tithe, because I know it's not everybody that believes in tithe. If you don't believe in tithe, you can use it for charity. You can go and visit the less privileged, you can visit the motherless, you can visit whoever you want to visit, or you can give it out to somebody you're seeing and you know that this person is really in need of this. So you can use the 10%, or you should, or you are required to use the second 10% for charity. Now let's move on to the 80% of your income. So now this 80%, you are going to accommodate your needs and your wants in this 80%. You're going to give priority to your needs before you are considering your wants. Your needs are those very necessary things, those basic things that you need to survive in life. Those things that without them, your standard of living won't be okay. Do you get? Things like your accommodation, your transportation, your feeding, healthcare, utility, things that are very basic, like basic amenities, things that you need to survive with. You're going to consider them first in this 80%, then you go to your wants. Wants are things like your data subscription, your Netflix subscription, your gym registration, going out for shopping, vacation, little things that you also need, but without them, you can survive. Buying stuff for yourself, taking yourself out and all of that. They are things that you need. Yes, you need them once in a while, but without them, you are going to be fine. So they are not things that you should kill yourself over. You are going to consider them last among every other thing. So in this 80%, you are also going to have a list. You're going to list out all your expenses. Don't forget your 80% are your expenses. They are things that you are spending money on. So you're going to list them out. You're going to prioritize them so that you don't see yourself doing things that you don't have to do when you have other things that are very important. So you're going to list them. House rent, 10,000. Feeding, 20,000. Transportation, 5,000. School fees, you're going to write out everything with their prices. And you have a column for where you're going to mark check when you do any of those things. So now this will guide you. This will help you save and help you plan and also help you spend in the right way so that you don't see yourself, maybe your salary comes, you just feel that, oh, you have money, you want to go and buy, you want to go and enjoy your life. And before you know it, those very important things are just there staring at you waiting for you to finish and come back to them. And immediately you're getting your salary, you should divide your rent. If your rent is, say, 300,000, you should divide it among the 12 months so that you know how much in a month from your salary you are saving for your rent. Don't leave it to say that if the rent is expiring in April, then you will start planning in February. You start planning and say, oh, my rent now April, you start gathering. No, you should start gathering for your rent every month. If your rent is 300,000, divide it by 12 and save every month for the rent. And this will be in your 80%. And don't forget, there is this rule about your rent, your accommodation. Your accommodation should not be more than your 2 months salary. If you're earning 50,000 a month, your accommodation should not be more than 100,000 naira. If your accommodation is more than 100,000 naira, then you are living in the wrong house. You are living in the house where your oga is supposed to be living, so that you don't beg people to start paying rent. Or you are not just working for landlords in Lagos. You just see, that's where some of you will be saying, this Lagos is expensive. Why will it not be expensive? You are earning 300,000, you're living on the island. You're paying over 1.5 million. How are you doing it? How? 1.5 million naira for a 300,000 naira salary earner. That is like 5 months of your salary. How are you doing it? So this is a very wrong decision that most of us are taking. So your house rent should not be more than 2 months salary. Your 2 months salary should conveniently pay your house rent. So the second way, or the second pattern that you can use, is the 20, 30, and 50 budget rule. This is also like the pay yourself budget rule that we just talked about, but the percentages here are different. Here you have the 20%, and this is like a step ahead from the first one, because here you are paying yourself 20% of your salary, 20% of your income. But I will advise you to start from the first one, to do the pay yourself budget rule first. Pay yourself 10% conveniently. Pay yourself 10% so that when you are fine, when you have looked at it that, oh, with 10% I am okay, things are going on well, then you can increase it to 20%. That's when you will now graduate to this rule. You just, in saving, don't forget, you have to save conveniently, like you have to save comfortably. You don't have to stress yourself to save. If you're stressing yourself to save, then it doesn't make any sense, because one day you just see yourself, you just go to your bank and go and withdraw the money just to enjoy your life, because to you, you are suffering and you are saving. So that's not what we want. You are not going to suffer. You're going to save conveniently. So when you are done with the first one and it worked for you and you feel there is need for you to upgrade a little, then you can adopt this one. This one says that you give yourself 20%, like you save 20% of your income. When we are referring to this kind of saving, make sure you are saving with a bank, a reputable bank. So the 30% here is for your wants. So now this pattern is giving you a specific amount that you should use for your wants. So 30% is for your wants. Stuff like your data, your Netflix subscription, traveling, going out with the girls, having fun, and the rest of them should be just 30% of your income. While the 50% is for your needs, the basic things that you need in life, those things that you cannot do without. Stuffs like your house rent, your accommodation, healthcare, utility, those necessities of life. Those things that without them, life will be uncomfortable. You won't be living a good standard of life. They are very necessary. Your clothing, because you need to wear clothes, they are necessary, but not luxury. Like when they are saying clothing, you won't, because you have to wear clothes. You go and buy one dress of 300,000 when your salary is just 200,000. How? So you're just going to do stuffs in accordance to your income. So that is it for how you can save. That is it for the different patterns that you can use to save. So in saving, you're not competing with anybody. You are only saving for your future, and you have to do it conveniently. You cannot compete with somebody earning more than you in saving. Neither can you compete with somebody that does not have too many needs and wants. You cannot compete with a guy that is still living with his parents, that is only contributing to rent, when you are the one fully paying for rent, or when you are paying for your own rent as well as paying for your parents' rent. So do not compete with anyone. Do not draw your pattern with someone else's pattern. Just live your life the way it should be. Arrange your life and plan with your income. So guys, I hope this is helpful, and I hope with this, you'll be able to save a whole lot of money in 2023. So guys, if this is very helpful and you're going to employ any of this, please comment below. Tell me which of them you think is very convenient and will give you a good result. I want to know, guys. I really want to. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment and share it. You might just help somebody save a whole lot of millions in 2023. So until my next video, guys, don't forget, we are not spending until we save. We only spend after we have saved. So guys, see you guys.
Hey, told me about all your insecurities for what? Drag me like